All right. uh, Here we go. You love. Let's find you. All right, here you go. It's invited you. All right, I'm gonna add you now. So to coming from this different practices now on the Santa Muerte with the gentleman that was in the bathtub. Let me make it him. All right. Oh, there you go. All right. Now you're
Yeah,
not. All right. You there? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on? What's up? My
Okay.
bad, everybody. That was a little mishap. I was in the bathroom and everything, but yeah,
Hey, it's so
I just
cool,
wanted to
man. It's
clear
so
that up.
good, bro. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. We gotta do what we gotta do. I told everybody you were excited about doing that cleansing and stuff. That you were excited to do the cleansing.
Nah, I just happened to be in the bath while y'all started talking about it. That was weird.
All right. So, I want to get your point. You talk and you put a lot of cool comments out there. I
hmm
think you do what the Hindu tradition.
Yeah, I practice Hindu culture,
Okay.
specifically a Shiva devotee.
Specifically, what? I'm sorry, you broke. You cut
A
off there.
devotee of Lord Shiva.
Shiba. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you for example, how has it worked out with you practicing Santa Muerte and practicing in the Hindu tradition? Um, how has that been for you? Has it gotten in your way
Um,
of anything, the energies?
Nah, not really. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, because one of my mallets broke. I don't know if that was just because the strings on it were old, or if the energy really caused that to happen. But I mean, over time, like even now, like I wear the Rudraksha beads, which represents Lord Shiva, and I wear my
Mm-hmm.
Santo Muerte necklace. So there's no problem. I mean, that the material is silver, so it's good for the body anyway. So I'm guessing getting like double blessings. I guess you could call it for real.
Yeah. But you haven't experienced like any tribulation, like the two
Mm-hmm.
energies don't get along together.
Okay, nah, never had any particular problems in the beginning when I'm still learning now to this day, but in the beginning I didn't really um know what I was doing, so people would tell me, "Oh, keep the Hindu gods away from the Santa Muerte statues. They cause like confliction and things like that." But I never really ran into no problems as far as like confliction because you got to look at like the devas and the devis as gods is like beings that are beyond like comprehension, and then you have death, which is very mortal, and that's very earthly. So it's like it's beyond in a sense of like in a religious way with the Hindu culture and religion, but it's more so almost strictly spiritual level with Santo Muerte. It's like it's obtainable within life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she is death, and she's in every culture. Whether
Right.
it's
Exactly.
yeah, in the Hindu
hmm
religion, she's known by a different name. In the Asian religion, she's known by different names and stuff like that.
hmm
I practice Mr. Kasiwalu, which is the Mayan tradition and Aztec tradition too.
Right.
But I like to take different approaches on people. How long have you been working with her?
Since I would say it had to be like the end of summer when I was leaving the temple and coming back to Baltimore.
Oh, so you're in Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on the East Coast.
Oh, cool. I used to go fishing there. I used to live in VA.
For real, yo, we got some
Alexandria,
good seafood. Yep.
Alexandria. I used to hang around Indian Head Highway and all that Indian Head,
Yeah,
all the
that's
area
going.
up there.
Yeah, that's going towards the south of the south of Maryland, like going towards Virginia.
Yeah. La Plata. I used to go fishing there in La Plata
Oh no, I
a
never
lot.
heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of the Baltimore area there. Anyways, so
mm.
do you do like practice her for like magical thing, ritual? What is it that you why did you get into that?
It's like it's a calling in a sense. You know what I mean? You get the dreams and you get the signs and things like that, and you just start getting interested in everything. And then when you
Okay.
start really doing research, on what you're interested in, you start to understand, and you start to understand. I mean, you start to think to yourself, will this work for me or will it not work for me, right? And
Hmm.
for me, I felt like it was working because it was bringing everything in place with my life in a sense. You know what I mean? Like everything that I asked for, as far as like my living conditions. Like I'm not in a perfect living condition. Don't get me wrong, but I'm happy. I feel like I'm good in my head. You know what I mean? And I felt like
Hmm.
she brought me all of that.
So when you received the calling, could you
Hmm.
tell us a little bit of that experience? Like, what was the calling
Um,
for you like?
it was a lot of dreams dealing with like rain and thunderstorms. But it wouldn't be like talking. It would be more so like hand signs. Like she would like do like this, or she would like put a hand up like that, or point at something. You know what I mean? And it was like
Mm.
real scary, like very terrifying at the beginning, because when I first see it, I think of like the Grim Reaper. You know what I mean? But that represents something different. You know what I mean? That's a whole different entity in itself. So, but as us raised in the United States, that's how we look at death. We look at death in the form of a robe and a sickle. It's like we put that with the Grim Reaper without knowing knowledge of multiple cultures around the world.
Yeah, that's amazing, because a lot of people have that dream where she's actually with her finger, like saying, "Come here, come
Yeah,
to me,"
it's not really
come
too
to
much
me,
speaking.
calling you,
Hmm.
and when you woke up, were you frightened? Were you shaking? Were you
Yeah, every time I feel like that, I invoke her or she comes to me, I get really cold. Like I get like freezing cold. I could be wearing like a hoodie with a jacket over it and a scully on my head. You know what I mean? And I still get that cold feeling, no matter what. And my hands like really start shaking and stuff.
Yeah, so that's the feeling what I tell people, that when you invoke her,
Hmm.
you get that little shaking feeling, the little goosebump feelings.
Right.
A lot of times your head will expand too. You have like a feeling that your head is expanding,
Right.
you know, and that's why maybe that's why a lot of people don't understand. But so far, I think everything's been great for you, right? I mean, you say you have everything
Yeah,
that you've been
I have
asking.
I've never had one bad experience. I think the worst that ever happened was me taking a me taking a black amount off an altar and smoking it, and I caught like a cold for the rest of that day, in a sense, like a throat cold, and it went away the next day. So I really know not to take certain things away without any
Hmm.
formal way of doing it. It's like taking
Well,
something from somebody that you know
yeah,
without telling them. You know what I mean?
yeah. The best way to go about that is basically you get it out of her altar and you smoke it to her.
That's true. That's a good idea.
You know, it's like, "Yeah, I know this belongs to you, but I'm gonna smoke it to you and give you the essence of the cigarette, the cigar, or the Black and Mild." You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like I tell people, when I put food for my Santa Muerte,
Right.
right? I put it there and I'll let it sit there for like an hour. You know, then I'll take it out of there because it's food. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
flies all over the place and stuff.
Right.
She
Exactly.
already ate the offering. She already received the offerings, the incense of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, if it's meat or something, I'll give it to the dogs, since I'm practicing how to be a vegan now. Um, I'll give it to the dogs, and the dogs eat it after that, because I really don't want to throw it away. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if it's if I put a pack of cigars there, like I would say, okay, here's a pack of cigars. I'm gonna put it there in front of her, you know, and I really want a cigar, but I know she has a cigarette. I'm like, but those are hers. So I'll
Yeah.
pull up a chair in front of the altar. I'll take the cigar and I'll smoke it to her. I blow all the smoke to her. At the same time, it's taking the craving away of having the cigar and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have friends, that smoke other things other than cigarettes, and you know, they offer her Cuban cigars and stuff, and they roll the thing and they smoke it in front of her. So
Yeah, I know.
as long as you're,
Oh, my bad. You go ahead. My fault.
yeah, as long as you're smoking the cigarettes or whatever you're smoking in front of her, it's fine because it's giving it to her. you know. Um, Same thing with the food. If you want to pick up the apple after an hour, you eat it in front of her. If you want to take shots of tequila with her and drink some of her tequila, you drink it with her.
Mm, that's very like that's like very similar to like Hindu culture. That's what I notice a lot too. Like I notice a lot of like the ritual work and all like the spells and things like that invoking this is very similar to like how Hindu culture is. Whether we invoke like say I want some kind of wealth in my life, I would go do like a puja with Lakshmi. You know what I mean? Or if I want
Yeah.
some kind of protection, I would do like a puja with Ganapati or Ganesh. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And with the Santa Muerte culture, is more so all of that is in I wouldn't say one entity, but one figure. You know what I mean? Because the different entities are like the different candle works and different colors and stuff like that. But it's like all of the different things that people ask for in life are encompassed into one deity, and I like that.
Mm. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I wanted to get your feedback on how your thing has been, your spiritual path has been, and it seems like it's been, a smooth ride so far. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us on like mistakes you made, lessons you learned on your
Um,
path?
I feel like every mistake is an experience. So I mean, I learned from everything. So I really can't say I would go back and do something because it wouldn't really play out the same way in a sense. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just thankful for every action that happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right then. Um, well, let me see. Is there anything else you say? I'm gonna go ahead and invite somebody else then to join us. Um,
Yeah, that's cool.
but anything else you'd like to say before we?
I don't know. When people ask questions, I don't know how to see like the text and all that stuff.
Um,
Oh
no, so
nah.
far it's just people watching and stuff. Um, it's just people watching. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube channel. I
Hmm.
don't know if you subscribed in there, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask you some questions in there, so you can always check there and and answer their questions.
All right, that's cool.
Um, were you willing to, like, if they ask you questions about Lakshmi or
Hmm.
Shiva, will you be willing to, like, give them whatever knowledge you have?
Yeah, definitely. That's no problem.
Yeah, because you have a lot of people that do practice. Janelle mentioned that she has followers that are in India, and I'm pretty sure, some of those followers probably do practice this, and they're probably um, wondering if those two energies can be mixed, or if anybody has experience of working with Lakshmi, working with Shiva, and at the same time working with Santa Muerte. So I'm pretty sure you'll be a great person as a practitioner of her, and also a practitioner of those energies, to answer those questions. You know.
Yeah, that'd definitely be no problem, man. I'm like an open book. I'm not here to really press nothing on nobody, but if somebody got a question, I'll definitely give them some of my
All
knowledge.
right. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you joined in and stuff. I'd like to give everybody an opportunity to share the knowledge, and later on, if you want to join, in the conversation, just tag us. That's what we're trying to do: spread the knowledge.
Right,
Not only
exactly.
of Santa Muerte, whatever other things you will know. So,
Right. If anything that's taking us beyond this this tangible material world, because we got to look beyond the things that we see as human beings. Like it's just bigger than us. You know what I mean?
mhm. Do you practice anything from ancient Kemet?
I don't even know what Kemek is. I never heard that word till now.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's like Egypt, but the other
Oh,
part of Egypt.
Kemet. No, I know what you're talking about. I've never
Sorry, my English is bad. Yeah.
no, it's okay. I never really dipped into like the Egyptian spirituality. I dipped into it a little bit, like the very surface level of it, but I never really got into it like real heavy.
Well, all right. Well, guys, if you're interested in the Hindu tradition and mixing that practice, and inviting Santa Muerte, and then, please feel free to comment in this video on YouTube, and whatever comments out there, I'll go ahead and direct it to, what's your real name? Other,
Will or
well,
Craze, it don't matter. Yeah.
okay. I'll direct it to him, and I'm pretty sure he'll feel comfortable answering the questions. So, well, I'm gonna go ahead and invite one more time. I'm gonna invite this person to see if she comes in because I've been trying all week, man, and something's wrong with her phone. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I don't know. All right, no problem, bro.
Thank you, bro. Okay, bro.
Hmm.
Let me go ahead and try Vanessa one more time. If not, I'm gonna go watch me some Mowgli on Netflix. That's what I was doing before this. All right. Let me see. Yes, Kemet was the priesthood of ancient Egypt, from my understanding. Yeah, but it was also a another part of Egypt. Um, most well, we'll talk about that, Amy. I don't want to make this a big explanation on ancient Kemet here, which is also talked about in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth about that too. But yes, it's right. So I'm adding you again, Vanessa. Let's see. If not, then I'll call this at the end of the video, and we'll finish. I know I haven't done live videos in a while, so I'm still waiting for some answers. I have another Tata that I've been waiting for his answer that comes in on Palo Mayombe. I have a Yayi that I'm still waiting for her answer on a female in the Palo Mayombe tradition. Okay. I also want to talk with a Santero and Santeria. So,